Hi guys, I'm Jitendra from Prep Coding, and today I would like to talk about the best strategy for revising data structures and algorithm. So without wasting any time, let's get started with the video. So first point on which I would like to talk about is what should be included in your revision notes. So do not write complete code, right? Some students do that, they include each and every line of code as it is on pen and paper. So don't do that. It is not beneficial for you at all. If you want to write your code, write it on your machine. Write it, then you have to submit it, then submit it on machine and forget about the code. Right? You have to write pseudocode in your notes. Pseudocode along with some proof or why of the question, right? Or some diagram, whatever required. Let's take an example that what should be written in your pseudocode. Let's go to pepcoding.com and let's take an example of this question: is a number prime? Right. So a number is given to you. You have to tell whether that number is prime or not. Prime or not prime. So I'm not talking about the complete approach. I hope you know the approach. So what should be written in your revision notes? First, you have to mention the name of the question. Is prime. Next, the pseudocode. So we know the approach that we have to run a loop from 2 to root n. If any number from 2 to root n divides n, then n will be not prime. Otherwise, the number will be prime. So I will write as it is. For we need to run a loop from 2 to root n. So if n is divisible by divisor, then we can say that n is not prime. Otherwise, after checking all the numbers from 2 to root n, I can say that the number is prime if n is not divisible by divisor. Right, so that's it. By looking at this pseudocode, I'm able to memorize the whole code. So this is enough. Along with this, you should mention the why of this question. Why you are running this loop from 2 to root n? Why not from 2 to n minus 1? Or why not from 1 to n? Right? So you need to mention that part also. Why this approach works. Okay? Why not from 2 to n minus 1 or 1 to n? So that's it. So this is a clean and crisp code. Also, if you are a beginner, then writing code on copy pen will not help you in any way. So if you think that writing code on copy pen is beneficial for you, then it is not. Instead, you should try different approaches and try to implement them. That will help you in your implementation part, right? So do not write code on copy pen. So second point is also about notes. Your notes should be short, clean, and crisp. Right. So, for example, I've already talked about clean and crisp code. Right. A short, clean, and crisp code. Along with this, how would you include some recursion tree diagram or state machine diagram? So, if you are doing questions of recursion or DP, then you must include the recursion tree diagram, right? If you are doing questions of arrays and strings that are a little bit tricky, so tricky questions that will require a little dry run, so mention that little dry run in your notes, right? Some question may require state machine diagram, some question may require proof of the approach. Like in linked list, there is a question that you have to find the starting point of the loop. First, you have to figure out whether there is a loop present in linked list or not. Then you have to find the starting point. So in this question, the proof is very important. So you need to mention that this proof in your revision notes. Right. Coming to the next point. Right. So what I wanted to say from this point is your note should be maintained in such a way that if you are going through your notes, you should be able to memorize the whole code just by looking at your revision notes. Right. Okay. Coming to the next point. Point number 3. Do not include each and every question in your revision notes. The question that you solved in the first attempt, do not include that question in your revision note. So which type of question you need to cover in your revision notes? So there are two categories. The question that you were unable to solve in first attempt, or the questions that are little tricky. Right? So you need to cover these questions in your notes, in your class notes. Coming to the fourth point is to try to group questions. Try to put questions of similar approach together. So fourth point is about grouping. Grouping questions. For example, in DP, there is a group of LIS problems, longest increasing subsequence. There is a group of LCS, longest common subsequence problems. A group of Catalan numbers, okay, Catalan number and related problems, and cadence and related problems, and so on, and many more. In trees also, there are questions on construct type. For example, construct a binary tree from pre-order and in-order. Construct a binary tree from pre and post-order. Construct a binary tree from in-order and post-order. Right? Or from level order. So there are many questions on construct type. Construct a tree from ancestor matrix. Right? These type of questions. Also view type questions. Left view of a binary tree, right view of a binary tree, top view, bottom view. Right? Also traversals, pre-order traversal, post-order traversal, Morris traversal, right? So try to group them, try to put them together. Okay. Coming to the last point, last but not the least, revise them weekly. This is the most important point, right? So that's it for this video. I hope you like it. So thank you very much. Please subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.